What's up, Squash Force? Welcome back to a new episode. Today we are going to break down the fundamentals of a squash swing. So I consider there to be 3 steps to the squash swing. Obviously the first step being your racket preparation. Number 1 part of your swing is getting ready to hit the ball. Number 2 is what happens with your swing whilst we're hitting the ball and making contact with it. And then the third step is the follow through of the ball. Now, we've already discussed the preparation and follow through in previous videos. If you guys haven't done so yet, please check those out. I will recap those, but today we're going to be focused on the middle part of the swing. Probably, maybe even the most important part. This has a huge effect on your shot quality. Yeah, all right. So before we get into that swing that will have a big effect on the quality of your shot, please, if you guys haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Like this video, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, number 1 is obvious and simple: racket preparation. I'm going to give you guys 1 or 2 tips that can help you work on the racket preparation. Now, the best, easiest and most common tip I have on the racket preparation is using your racket preparation to follow the ball. This kind of makes it simple to focus on one thing and use this one thing to get your good racket preparation. It's that simple to just follow the ball. So when you're on the tee, you never want your racket to be dropping down. You always want some sort of stiffness right here in your wrist. And then if you just do the simple thing of once you see the ball, you start following it with your racket, that'll definitely make your racket prep be great, because yeah, you're automatically getting ready, you're following the ball. Not only will it make your racket prep great, your movement's going to be good because you're following the ball, you're seeing where it's going, and you can then place your body accordingly, right? Yeah, so that very simple, guys, racket preparation. So yeah, now quickly going to recap the follow through, and then we're going to get into the big part of this video, which is that middle part of the swing, which is very important. Recapping the follow through quickly, a few main things here would be making sure you do have a follow through, and making sure your follow through doesn't open your body up and throw off your balance. We want to use our follow through to our advantage and use it to guide our movement, so it is all one thing, right? So if we're going and playing that swing, this is what opening looks like, and this feels terrible. I can barely stand straight right now with this swing. But if I'm playing this swing, I'm stable as a table, guys. I'm not moving, I'm not shaking. So follow through, the big difference is just following through straight instead of following through and opening up the body, unless we're playing a cross court, in which we're opening up anyways with our movement. So make sure you guys are following through straight, right? Okay, let's get right into the middle part of the swing. Okay, so let's discuss what happens in between the racket prep and the follow through. This is probably the most important part, because this is whatever you do in this middle part is the part that's going to really affect the trajectory of your shot. So it's what we're doing in that middle part. Now, so the most important thing here that I recently learned about is that you kind of have to make a bit of a loop here in this middle part. You have your racket preparation. Before you hit the ball, this is happening. There's a loop here, or kind of, you're making a U shape. I don't know if you see this, right? The reason we do this is so that we can get behind this ball. The racket is moving towards the ball like this. If we don't have this shape, you see this is what happens. It's kind of a downward slope. So we're just hitting down on the ball like that. So often the ball will land short and it will bounce up. So we're gaining nothing out of this, because if the ball lands short, you're going to get killed by your opponent. If you do get your length, it's going to massively sit up. Right? So instead of going down like this, make sure you're coming behind the ball, creating that U, so that you can get your racket on the ball with a flat face, and then you can decide to hit it open or closed, doesn't matter. But if you getting that U and getting that momentum behind the ball instead of just getting a steep hip down on the ball has a massive impact on your shot, guys. So obviously, guys, when we're doing this on our forehand side, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to get that trajectory, make that U shape, get behind the ball instead of steep down on it. So I have one awesome drill for you guys to practice this, because this drill is very easy if you use the U shape, and if you don't use the U shape, it's very hard. So what this drill does is it forces you to use this shape. So I'm going to show you guys the drill right now. It's basically hitting the ball into that wall, so that it comes out towards you, and you can keep going like that. If you use the wrong shape, the ball is going to hit this side wall, hit that side wall, and run down the line instead of coming back to you. But if you go down, get that loop in, the ball should come back to you. So this is more or less what that should be looking like. So now I was using a bit of a U. I feel like if I use a normal shape here, going straight down on the ball, it's not going to come back to me, which is why I think this is a good drill to practice that U shape. The next way that we're going to practice this is obviously straight drives, because this is obviously where you're going to use it the most, okay? Now keep in mind that we're going to be doing racket prep, U shape, follow through. 3 steps. This is how that should look like. Same thing happens on the volley. It's no different. We're going to swing, loop, get behind it. It might be a smaller loop because we don't have that much time or space in the volley, but it's the same principle of trying to loop it and get behind the ball, right? Yeah. Other thing is sometimes you don't necessarily need a loop because the ball is already on this height. So you're already hitting the ball square, which is what we're trying to achieve with the loop. So there's no need. But if the ball is lower, we're naturally hitting down on it. So that's where we really need to get under that ball and loop it. All right. So next time you guys watch any professional matches, any PSA matches, I would suggest trying to focus on this part, because then you can actually really see all the players doing this. And yeah, it's really what helps them get consistent lines, hit the ball to the back, and then, yeah, like I said, the ball, since you're hitting it with that loop and hitting it square, it goes deeper, meaning it's a safer shot. You're not giving your opponent too many opportunities, and the ball is also more likely to die in the back. So getting this part of your swing down will help your fundamental game a lot. I really hope this helped, guys. If you haven't done so yet, like and subscribe to my channel. If there's anything you guys would like to see me do, please let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback on how this worked for you. Give me some feedback on how I can change my videos. And yeah, until next time, thank you guys for watching. Squash Force out.